from I Am Physique Fitness. So hope you've been enjoying the video so far. That's the first thing I want to say. And on to today. So today it is chest day. Now chest day is one that everybody, well not everyone, but 99% of people love working out chest, and I'm no exception to that. It's one of my favourite things to work out. So one of the things that everybody goes in like with chest is, oh, you know, I've got to go in there, I've got to just start lifting as heavy as I can. But it's a big mistake. Everybody does that and they end up with shoulder injuries, elbow injuries. You know, some people have hurt themselves severely from doing this. So unless you've actually got somebody there who can actually train you to lift that heavy, I wouldn't do that. Now, my preferred method is find out, you know, what you want, well, your 1 rep maximum is on certain exercises, work at about 60% of that. So if your 1 rep max on bench is 100 kilos, work at 60. Okay, and that's going to be for your first 2 sets. And then you want to bump it up by about 10-20%, add a bit more weight on, as long as it's nice and controlled. So one thing I want to talk about today is correct form when you're actually working out. So, you know, starting with bench press, you know, very simple exercise to do, or so people think. You know, I see so many people when they're doing a bench press to bring it down, and they push up, but they're pushing their shoulders up as well. Now, if you're pushing your shoulders up when you're doing this exercise, you're actually not going to be doing it any good at all. You're not, because you're going to wear out your shoulders, you're going to hurt your neck, everything, okay? You run the risk of actually tearing the pectoral muscle while doing the exercise. The best thing you can actually do, and it's going to help you build a bigger chest overall, is pin your shoulders back. Yeah, you look a little bit thinner while you're doing it, but pin your shoulders back, okay? Have your arms roughly about 5-6 inches wider than your shoulders, okay? So normally about where the rings are for most people of my height. And you want to bring that bar down. You want the bar to be hitting round about nipple height, okay? That's where you want it to come to. Now, you don't want to slam the bar into your chest. You want to bring it down nice and slow. So I say about 4 seconds down, 3 seconds on the way back up. Tense when you get to the top. Really feel that tension in your chest. Very important. You really want to feel that tension. If you're not feeling tension in your chest, drop the weight a little bit. You know, work on that mind to muscle connection. So many people go on about it, and it's something that everybody needs to work on. So, you know, bench press is a great exercise for overall chest. That's something that I truly believe. Now, the next thing I do after bench press, and in between every set, push-ups, okay? Do about 10 to 15 push-ups, nice and controlled, don't go too quick. Keeps the chest simulated, keeps, you know, fresh blood running in there. So, going on from bench press, I normally go straight into free weights. So, after that, I would say a bit of incline dumbbell press. So, for me, I tend to use roughly about 20, maybe 25 kilos per arm. That's what I tend to work with. So do that and start with an incline, okay? Because your upper chest is important. Everybody can build the lower chest, but nobody builds the upper chest. If you haven't got like a little line of separation there, if you can't see your chest popping out a little bit, you know, then you're not doing it right yet, okay? I mean, if you've only been doing it a few weeks, carry on. You know, see what works for you. So free weights are very important because it helps build the stability. Now, when you're actually doing a dumbbell press, whether it be flat, decline, incline, anything, okay? Anything you're doing. I see so many people pushing the weights up and they clack the weights together. It's a bad idea, okay? Don't clack the weights together. Because when you actually get it there, you can hold it for a long time. Don't know if you've noticed that. You can just hold it there. It's just a straight line, you can hold it. What you actually want to do is bring it to about here. Have your arms, like just maybe slightly wider than your shoulders. Bring it down and press it back up, keeping that muscle tension. Because the longer that you actually keep your arms wider in this exercise, the more tension on the muscle. Therefore, you're constantly working the muscle. If you're doing there, it's an unnecessary rest. You know, you're not going to get that rest. But that's only for the free weights. So after bench press, you want to do incline and then flat dumbbell presses. Back to incline, do flies. Don't go very heavy on flies because you will injure yourself, okay? You really will. Now, get a good grip on the weights, and when you're actually bringing the weights out, feel the stretch, count to 2, and then slowly bring it back up. and press your arms, okay? Really press your arms into your chest, press your chest together, tense your chest. You want to feel a ripping sensation, well, not a ripping, but a burning sensation in your muscles as you do that. So, I do those. I tend to stay away from decline exercises on free weights or even bars, just because they don't work that well for me. Now, after you've done that, I go straight over to the Smith's machine. So if you haven't got one, ask somebody in your gym. Everybody's nice enough to say, hey, can you point out where the Smith's machine is? And someone will point it out for you. But if there's no one there, it looks like a bench press, but either side is attached to 2 metal bars, and there's normally hooks on there as well. It's a safety feature. But it keeps a straight line, means that you can't sway or anything. It's literally one straight line, and it's a whole new way to work out your chest, if you haven't done it before, that is. So I normally do incline on that. Now, don't go super heavy on this, guys, because if you go super heavy on this, or even heavier than just what you're used to, thinking, oh, it's controlled, I can do it, you're wrong. Okay, I thought that I failed on a 60 kilo press when I started doing it, funny enough. So, and that's because I wasn't used to it. I wasn't used to that kind of, way of working the muscle. And that was years ago. Now, what I would say is, if you want to actually build a big chest, everything has to be controlled. You want to be able to feel it. About 3-4 reps in is when you should feel it. And even though I say, 10, 12 or 15 reps here and there, I normally, like when I work out, I would actually aim for where I can feel the burn. And that's when I start counting reps. Because when you do that, you're actually going to work the muscle so much better. Count how many reps you can get. You want to aim for about 10 or 12 in total. If you're doing more than that, push the weight up a little bit, okay? Push the weight up, because that means you can lift heavier. So if you're lifting heavier, it's going to work so much better. Now, after being on the Smith's machine, what I tend to go towards is the cables. I love cables, I work them for arms. I've been using it to build tricep, getting some nice results on tricep. Bicep, not so much. I prefer free weights, more controlled movements, but depends on what you're doing. So when you go onto the cables, my first one straight away is got to be a cable press. So literally, it's similar to a dumbbell press, except you've always got time under tension, and obviously you can cross your arms over. Now, if you want to help build that middle chest, I would say crossing your arms over isn't the best thing. A little thing that I do is actually one arm. So I actually stand at an angle where I'm going to follow the cable in this kind of motion and just push one arm across. Now you can see the way my chest is actually sticking up here. That's where you're actually going to get the tension, okay? It's going to help build you that middle chest so you can get that line in the middle. So that is a great exercise for that, a hell of a great exercise. Just obviously do both sides, because obviously if you're going from one side to the other, you want to be able to feel it both sides. So after you've done that, you want to go to cable flies. Now I normally say, just to help build this rounded area here, you want to have that wide chest, you want it to stand out from your lats, you don't want it to be all flat. You want to have, something else to build to it as well. So, have the cable slightly higher, I'll probably say just about head height. Step forward with them. Again, always keep your shoulders back and bring the cables in, okay? Just bring the cables in like this. And you can see, if you can see that line, this is why vest tops and mirrors are great in the gym, because you can always look. If you can see that line and you can hold it, and then you slowly release and you feel the burn in your actual chest, then you're doing it great, okay? You are doing it great. If you're not doing it great, look at someone in the gym who is. Look at someone who's got the big chest. Look at someone who's got that separation in the middle. Look at how they do it and just mimic what they do. Even ask them a question if they seem nice enough. Not everyone's nice, but the majority of people are. So, always work out chest properly. Always. Now, so many things for upper chest that you don't want to forget. Another great one, having the cables down low, like the machine in the gym, they got arms, it can actually move this way and this way, so you can adjust it to any height you want. I normally say put them wide, put them down low, grab the weights at the bottom like that, bring in, okay, like that, just bring it in. Keep a slight bend in the arm, don't straighten your arm because you will damage your elbow. Keep a slight bend in your arm and bring it up like this, okay. Even just slight crossover on the hands like that, just a slight crossover, and you want to aim to bring it at about eye level when you're bringing that in. So bring it into about eye level and you should start feeling it across here. A free weight exercise for chest as well is also the overhead pull. So if you grab a dumbbell over your head, or you just hold it there, you don't want to be bringing it right over, okay? You want to have it behind you as you're lying down. Like I normally say, like a slight incline normally helps protect your shoulders a little bit. So bring it behind your head, okay? Feel a stretch in the chest, and then bring it back, and you want to bring it just past your eye level, and then back down again. And go down nice and slow, guys, okay? Don't just drop the weight behind your head. It never works. Go down nice and slow. Feel that pull in the muscle. Make the muscle work for every rep you're doing. I mean, if you're not working that muscle, the only person that you're cheating is yourself. You won't see any improvement, okay? You won't work being able to just pop your chest up and down like that, which, so many people want to do. You need to work to be able to do these things. So, I get my words out there, guys. Basically, that's chest out the way. Now, another thing I haven't really gone on about too much because it's something I hate, but it's something I need to start doing more of, is cardio. Now, if you're like me and you've had ankle injuries, knee injuries, back injuries, neck injuries, anything, along the main, straight line of your body from your legs down, anything like that, it's going to be a bit of a hindrance on your workout. Now, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do cardio. I mean, there's so many alternatives to running on a treadmill and going through that pain. Going on cross trainers, the majority of gyms now do have cross trainers, whether they're old or new, they all work the same. Okay, it's a much easier way, it protects your joints a lot more, still works the muscle in a specific way. Apart from that, we have rowing. Rowing is a great way. I know you're only just going forwards and backwards, but hell, put some headphones in, get some music going, get a playlist that's 20 minutes long, and, row along to the playlist. Okay, make it easier, make it harder, depending on what your goals are or how easy it is. If you're not breaking a sweat, make it harder. I mean, personally, I always see the little revs per minute thing on the screen, and my target is try and hit 200 revs or 200 spins per minute or something on there, because that way, if I can keep that consistently going, it's almost like a challenge. I see it as a game. We all love games, and especially I do, said about the Xbox. So yeah, basically that is something that I always try to do. I always try and look at it as like a game, and then try and beat myself every time. So, cardio, chest, and then last but not least, stretching, okay? Now, stretching your chest is a bit awkward because you're thinking, well, how do I stretch my chest out exactly? It's a lot simpler than you think. Go online and look at yoga for beginners, okay? So many different stretches there, and it will actually stretch your entire body, okay? I said if I train legs, I stretch legs. If I train chest, I stretch chest. Things like that. But all in all, after doing a little bit of research over the past couple of days, I figured that stretching of the entire body is actually a healthy thing. It will help your muscles become more durable. It can help improve the shape and the actual functionality of the muscle. So if you actually want to work your muscles properly, then stretch. It'll prevent cramp. You'll feel better if you've got to take off running very quickly across a road. Say you want to beat a car across the road or something. I know we shouldn't, but we all do it. But if you want to do that, you want to have supple muscles. You don't want your muscles to be so tight that you run and snap a hamstring like a footballer does. So many footballers have very tight muscles. They're not very flexible, and it doesn't really help them. Flexibility is key. Okay, you never see martial artists throw a kick and then fall on the floor rolling around because they pulled a muscle in the leg, because they prepare, they stretch, and they do it properly. Footballers, they do a bit of light stretching, but they don't really extensively stretch the way that other sports people do. So if you play football, don't be scared of being flexible, okay? You might be watching this video thinking, my coach has said I need to bulk up a bit. Anything, okay? This video is for anybody and everyone. So I will also be doing videos on weight loss, getting ripped or toned, or however you guys want to put it, as well as building muscle, because at the end of the day, I have a little bit of a belly fat thing going on the sides, near the waistline. I'm going to be showing how to get rid of that. So proper diet, proper nutrition, and all I'll say is the more basic, the better. All these fancy exercises with all these weird machines, and people are saying, oh, pull a cable and do this, you're going to do nothing but jack your back up. I promise you. You want to be doing basic exercises, basic compound movements. If you're burning fat, you want to be doing less reps sorry, less weight and more reps. If you're building muscle, you want essentially more weight and you want less reps, okay? This is the reason, you know, it's that way because, well, more repetition means more fat being burnt. If you're building muscle and burning fat, I would probably say find a balance of just above the less reps, so you're actually doing just slightly more reps, because what people don't realise is you come out the gym and let's just say you've done arms, okay? You come out the gym, you know, you feel your arms, is like, wow, my arms are really warm, they're really burning up. You're still burning fat in that area. This is why so many people have so many lines in their arms, and you can see veins, you know, you can see all different shapes, because it's so easy, because you use your arms all the time to keep burning fat in your arms. Now, people will build fat in the areas they don't use. So if you're sat at an office all day, you know, and you're eating cake or you're eating chocolate or crisps or something and drinking fizzy pop all the time, you know, you're going to build it around the stomach and the waist and the legs, even in the arse. It's where you're going to build the body fat. So, along with everything you're doing training-wise, check your diet. Okay? If you are going to the shop and you're thinking, oh, great, I'm going to go and buy a bottle of Coke, it's only £1, I'm pretty sure you can get water cheaper than £1. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can. Buy water instead. Okay, even like these new like fruit juices that have got like 0 calories, I want to look into them more and see like what's actually in them, what's good and bad. But have a look and see what is actually available for you guys. Okay, have a look and see what is going to be good for you. Research it. Don't just take, you know, because it's in fancy writing on the front of a bottle, 0 calories. You know, there's an energy drink out there where it says 0 calories, but I can guarantee you there's something in there that's bad for you. Okay, everyone thinks, oh, 0 calories, this must be good for me. No, it's not. Calories are good. Like, believe me, calories are good, but you've got to have the right calories. If you're having the wrong calories or no calories, your body is not going to benefit from that. So, yeah, have an energy drink if you want. You know, pre-workout if you're like me. If you're already in, you know, an alright shape, then you can do that. But if you're trying to burn body fat and if you're trying to lose that weight, you need to concentrate on what actually goes in your mouth, okay? You've got to have the right foods, you've got to have the right, you know, the right drink. Again, have a cheat day. But if you're losing weight, even set a limit on that cheat day, okay? If you're going to think, right, okay, I'm going to like go and destroy everything I've got in the freezer, everything in the cupboards, all the pies, the pizzas. Firstly, if you got all that, get rid of it. Get rid of it, okay? If you got a friend, you know, who likes all the junk food and they're not really bothered, give it to them. Hell, if they got fruit and veg, do a trade or something, I don't care. But either way, get rid of it, right? You don't need it. Nobody needs pizza, nobody needs pie, nobody needs chips and burgers and hot dogs, nobody needs that. What you need is real food, food that isn't processed. Now, yeah, sausages are good. Okay, I'll agree. Sausages are good because it's still the animal's fat in there. It's not all like saturated crap if they've been made properly. You can get a lot of decent food, and sausages are in there. So I enjoy eating sausages quite a lot. Bacon, if you're trying to lose weight, cut down on the bacon. If you're eating so many other things where you are not actually benefiting yourself, then get rid of it. Okay, trade it for something nicer, you know, something that's going to be more refreshing. Hell, summer's here, well, nearly, doesn't look it because the weather's crap, but have a look and see what you can actually trade it for. Fruit, veggies, very, very refreshing, you know, with a nice glass of cold water. Again, you know, if you are on a cheat day, a cold beer or something, always nice and refreshing. But have a look and see what you can actually trade out your junk food for, okay? Be healthy. Right, so either way, guys, I have got to go and get ready because I'm going to the gym. It's chest day for me. Tomorrow is shoulders, and shoulders are one of my weaknesses. You can probably tell that. I've got a lot of pain in my shoulders over the years, so I'm going to be going on about how to train around the pain, okay? That was completely unintentional, that little pun there, but yeah, train around the pain. I'm going to be showing everybody how to do that. So, if you have shoulder pain, you know, come check in tomorrow, come have a look at the video I'll be doing. The next day after that, hopefully will be some videos up of me working out, and that's going to be with John. So you can actually see John working out. You can see him training back and deadlifts. That's what we're aiming to do on Wednesday. So if you want to see Wales' 13th strongest man do a training session with me, then hit like, hit subscribe, and you'll see that video on Wednesday. Until then guys, peace out and enjoy the rest of your day.